had an email this morning from Google telling me that optimization score was now available in display campaigns. And it just kind of got me thinking about optimization score, and I just thought I'd do a little video to kind of go over it and explain it, and talk about whether or not you should actually listen to what they say when they make these suggestions. So just to illustrate, I'm just going to jump into an account here. This is what we mean. Now, this doesn't show, I found that this does not show in all accounts. So it might be in your account and it might not be. But this optimization score column will appear in your campaigns, and then you'll have these percentage scores down here. So the aim, Google's aim for this obviously, is that you want to see 100% in all your columns, which if you have, for example, a smart campaign, then this will be 100%, because basically you're just giving all your control to Google and that's what they want, so you get 100%. This optimization score is the same. It's the same as what you're getting in these when you look at recommendations, and very often, well, for the perfect example here, you'll get these you'll have been seeing little alerts probably inside your account for a while up the top here, and if you click, and then you get more notifications, and it's making suggestions that it wants you to use maximize conversion, wants you to bid more efficiently with enhanced CPC. So the question is, should you do what they're saying you should do? It's a valid question. The answer is sometimes maybe yes, and sometimes maybe no. It all depends on how you're managing your account and how much time you've got for your account, I guess. So let's have a quick look to see what they want you to change. You can either click on this optimization score here, or you can click on the recommendations tab up there. I'm just going to click here, and then this will give me the recommendations for this particular campaign that I was looking at, that I just clicked that suggestion for. Don't know what the dog's listening to now. Obviously somebody, the postman's probably just come. So you will see, now these are pretty typical of what the kind of things that you'll see. Raise your budgets, because this campaign is limited by budget. It wants us to use it always, and you'll notice, this is very telling, the biggest percentage increase. So this campaign's got a score of 71.5%. It says that you can go up 22.9% by enabling smart bidding, and that is typical of these suggestions. The ones with the highest impact to your optimization score will always be the ones that utilize either smart bidding or some kind of machine learning element inside the campaign. For example, optimized ad rotation, and this one, budgets, obviously that's got quite a high score because it's going to get you to spend more money, so they're going to want you to spend more money. Hello. So what should you do? Do you ignore them? Do you implement them? What do you do? Because I mean, if you're anything like me, I'm a little bit, I don't know what this says about me, but when I go into a client's account and I see those optimization scores and they're not sort of all 100%, I kind of look at them and go, oh, I just want them to be 100%, because that's what we want. We're raised, we're taught that we should get 100% and we should do. So what do you do? Because I look at this and I'm like, okay, this particular client, we don't have more budget, so I'm not going to do that. So what do? I just go over here, I click on the little hamburger-y thing here. Incidentally, you can view, that's pretty clear what that one is talking about, but if you're not, if you want more information, you can just click view recommendation, and it'll say, okay, your current budget is 27 a day. We're suggesting that in order to get all the traffic available, you should spend £77 a day. Well, okay, so this particular client doesn't have more budget, so I don't want to increase my budget, but I don't want to see 71.5% as my thing. So you can just dismiss. So you can dismiss, and then it gives you some options. Now, you don't have to check any of these. You can just hit dismiss all and then it'll disappear like that. And then it disappears, but it will then increase your optimization score. Okay, so another one, create dynamic search ads. Now for this particular client, this is just not something that I'd want to do for this client because we are targeting very specific keywords. If we let Google loose on their website, they're going to show us up for all sorts of random rubbish that we just don't want to show up for. So I do not want to create dynamic search ads. So I'm just going to click on this. I'm going to go dismiss all, and then I will go, this is not relevant for my business. Blump, dismiss, and we're now at 84.9%. Now, some suggestions you get, like for budgets, for example, if you have more budget and it's kind of looking and saying, well, it's performing well, then you might want to increase your budget and you might like to go with their suggestion. That's fine. Bid more effectively with maximized conversions. Now this is a personal preference. Personally, I tend most of the bidding that I do in accounts is manual. If you don't have a lot of time to manage bids and you have enough data in your account, conversion data, then you might want to test some automated bidding. But if I were going to do that, I would do it as an experiment. I would put some of the traffic through the automated bidding and some of it, keep it in the current sort of manual bidding and see which one works best. And then if Google can do it better than I can, then I'm happy to hand over the reins. If not, I'm going to keep it as manual bidding. But you just need to go through these and really think about whether this is them suggesting something that's going to benefit you or whether it's something that is just going to get you to spend more money and put more into the Google coffers at the end of the year. They do come up with some quite useful stuff sometimes. For example, if you haven't got remarketing lists added to your search campaigns, they will come up. I don't know if we've got any here. No, we haven't got. They'll tell you, oh, you need to add remarketing lists. You haven't got these remarketing lists on this campaign. And I'll go, yes, I do need those. And you can add them. That's fine. Most of them, as I say, will be with relation to, this is a bid with target impression share, maximize conversions, as you can see, raising budgets. It'll tell you if you've got ad groups with no keywords. It'll tell you if you've got, like these, for example, it's saying that they're redundant keywords. That's because their match type, the exact match type these days is so broad that it will show, one keyword. It's suggesting that I don't need any of these because as far as Google are concerned, steel frame shed is the same as steel shed frame, which it clearly isn't. That's a perfect example. I couldn't have picked a better one because a steel frame shed is not actually the same as a steel shed frame because one is the shed and one is the frame. So no, Google, that is not the same thing. So anyway, you just need to kind of look and see how that works for you. But it's not something, it's, you can just dismiss all of them if you just want to, if you're a bit kind of ADD and you just, you want to see 100% on all of those scores, you can literally just go through and dismiss them all and you'll get nice 100% optimization scores in your campaigns. But I would say use this. Think about whether what they're suggesting might actually be beneficial to you. If you're not sure, go off and do some research, have a look around and see if it is something that maybe you should be thinking about. But you might want to do it in a little bit more of a, you might want to control how something is done. For example, using drafts and experiments to test bidding strategies, because the last thing you want is to say to Google, yeah, go on then, change it. It all goes down the pan. And then you're left sort of a month or 2 months later trying to pick up the pieces and figure out what on earth went wrong. So that's just a little bit, some thoughts and musings and ramblings about the optimization score. If you have it, you might not have it. As I said, you might not have it, this column. Not all accounts seem to have this column, but when you do get it, it's just puts it in your face as if saying, "Oh, you haven't got 100%. You need to get 100%." Don't worry about it. You can get it all to 100% and not change anything in your account, just to kind of keep your brain sane. That's what, but yeah, that's optimization score. And as I said at the beginning, it's now available for display campaigns, apparently. So that will be fun. So we'll have lots of suggestions, I'm sure, for expanding your targeting, which is kind of not what you want really when you're targeting a remarketing campaign. You want to target remarketing lists, not everybody else. Anyway, that's a whole nother video. I hope you found that helpful. If you have found it helpful, hit the like button, share with anybody who might find it useful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I publish a new video. And I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Take care now. Bye.